Everything Opposite podcast, where we talk about a lot of stuff.
We talk about everything, but opposite, like one way and then like another way, the opposite way, if you will. What's a synonym for opposite?
A synonym for opposite?
Right.
Different.
Different. We talk about different things. Opposite, different things.
We just
Having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome to the podcast. I'm Derek. This is Aaron.
I'm Aaron. He's Derek.
And we're here to just talk about stuff. Today we're specifically going to talk about, we just had the new year, so new year, maybe new us.
New year, new me. New year, new you. You know, new year, new everyone. At least that's what they say, but nobody really does anything, right? Like very few people change for the new year.
Yeah, most people generally say they're going to do something, but they don't. They'll be like, oh, I want to lose weight. They don't do it.
Yeah, I'm most people. That's me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. That's what I do. But man, yeah, so the podcast, though, I guess that's a good way to introduce it. We're going to be talking about everything. It's anything and everything. We have so many topics for you guys and so much conversation pieces that I think everybody's going to enjoy. I enjoy making it. So does Derek. He probably enjoys it more, actually. He's the mastermind. I just show up and talk in a microphone.
Yeah. I'm the one with the audio setup. I'm the one who's recording. I'm doing all this extra stuff. He's just here to talk. He's a conversationalist. I'm just technical support.
That's funny.
I'm our designated IT guy, basically.
Designated, I like that. So, I guess we'll start, Derek. Why don't you tell everybody that's going to listen to this, tell them about you. You're much more interesting than I am.
Well, I don't know about that, but grew up in a little town of Berwick, Louisiana. Grew up to two wonderful parents, got some brothers. Went to work elementary, junior high, high school. Had fun stuff with that. Then I went to UL. Graduated with a music business degree, so I'm actually somewhat using it with this podcast.
Yeah, that's a stretch and a half, man.
Well, if you think about it, there's a lot of business aspects and a little bit of recording aspects, so...
Yeah, I'm glad about the recording thing because I don't know anything about sound. But I'm Aaron Fetty, and I've basically spent my whole life making jokes, and that's why I'm here. I also grew up in Berwick. Me and Derek, really good friends, and we figured we got a lot of stuff we could talk about, a lot of stuff that we spent a lot of hours on the phone at night talking about. When I used to be a police officer, we talk for hours about nonsense. So we're gonna share that nonsense with you guys.
Yeah, we've known each other since I want to say junior high-ish because you transferred to Berwick.
Yeah, 6th grade, man.
Yeah, I met him through band. You were a baritone, and I was.
I was actually a trumpet when I started. They
Yeah.
moved me to baritone, and I was pretty terrible at that too. So.
But we knew each other then, and we kind of became best friends. I want to say maybe 9th, 10th grade.
Yeah, it was definitely high school. I don't know. We kind of just owned it, but we had the same group of friends. I think that's what it was. And I think that's how most people meet, through other people. We're social creatures of habit, for sure.
That was very deep and dramatic way of saying we just need to talk to other people.
Yeah, I don't. No, it was a good time. We had fun in band, and that was something that you stuck through the whole time. I didn't because I don't know. I have commitment issues. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I don't know. I definitely enjoyed band though. Stuck through it through high school and college.
That's how you got to go to New York, man.
Yeah, I got to go to New York City from band. Got to go to SeaWorld and Disney World in what was that?
That was 7th grade? Yeah,
7th
I remember, but because I couldn't go, because remember I got in trouble.
Wait, what'd you get in trouble for?
I can't say it on the podcast or else nobody's going to listen. Just know that I'd spent a couple days in ISS for it.
Oh, Jesus.
And it was totally worth it.
Was it though? You couldn't go to Disney World. I mean, you go to Disney World at what seems like a yearly basis now. So.
I know. I love Disney World, man. But I think I appreciate it more as an adult because alcohol. But anyway, New Year's as a whole, man. As a concept, I think it's pretty great. I think people really get into it with the best of intentions, right? I think everybody says I'm gonna lose weight, and some of them do it, man. I've done it before for a little while, but yeah, man, can't stay doing it too long. But I think anytime people want to do something good, it's a good thing, right? And I think we should definitely tell people that that's what they should do if that's what they want to do, obviously. But I don't know, man. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, for New Year's, you definitely have to set a realistic goal. Because if you set too high of a bar, too high of a goal, you're not going to be able to reach it because it's just too far.
So you're saying I can't be an astronaut?
Think smaller.
A shorter astronaut?
I didn't mean height-wise. I meant...
Oh, you meant smaller. Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I could probably be homeless pretty easy, right? Like that's...
Oh, that's... If that's your goal, I think you can get that by the end of the year.
So, today. I could literally do that today. But you say that, though. That's a thing, man. About having your goals kind of in order with your life. Here's the thing. You can't be Dwayne The Rock Johnson in 15 minutes, right? But if you start smaller than that, you can definitely grow up to it, right? You just have to keep yourself on that track.
Yeah, and even though it wasn't like a New Year's goal when I lost weight recently.
Yeah, 367 pounds in 65 days or something. Was that it?
No, it was 50 in about 9 months.
50 in 9 months. That's incredible. Because I found every one of those pounds in probably 6 months. If we're being honest, man.
But I took it just step by step. I started small. It was going to the gym 15, 20 minutes. And then it built up to like an hour. And now my regular workouts, I can go for about 2 hours.
Yeah, but I kind of did the same thing. I started at the gym doing like the elliptical work, which is actually, you turned me on to that, and I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I did, let's do it an hour, and now, dude, I'm up to several hours. Go do elliptical for 2 hours and go lift weights for an hour, and if I could just work on the food, I think that's what gets me, honestly, straight up. I mean, we just devoured pizza, on a whole different level.
Yeah, I introduced you to the world of Dino's. That was...
Yeah, Dino's, guys. If you're ever in Lafayette and you want to eat real pizza because you're tired of like that cardboard stuff Domino's sells, go to Dino's. It's amazing.
Well, we can scratch Domino's off our sponsor list in the future.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that because look, if they were paying me, I'd be like, Domino's is the best thing in the world, because you know as well as I do, Derek, $20 is $20.
That's very true. But yeah, also if you're in Lafayette and you need anything music related, Guitar Center and Lafayette Music are both pretty good places. I actually just got this mic that I'm using literally yesterday. Stopped by Guitar Center. I actually met a friend of mine from college who kind of pushed me to test out all the microphones, make sure I got the one I wanted, and the one I went in for was the one I ultimately went with. There was one microphone that I almost went with that looked beautiful as hell.
Yeah, we're gonna share a picture of that because I loved it. But
yeah,
I'm also
it's a very flashy microphone, and it actually has really good sound. The only problem I had with it was because of the way it looks. It's one of those things you just want to have by itself, but it needs a pop filter because it still gets all those pss and like all those sounds. Yeah, we both.
You just explained pop filters to people like they care.
I mean,
no, man, it's all good. But I get it because I didn't care, but I totally understand why you need them. Definitely Guitar Center, Lafayette Music. If you don't play music, you should. Everybody should play music. It's the greatest thing in the world. And that could be your New Year's resolution because you could actually hold yourself to it. Because let's be honest, none of you guys are gonna lose any weight. I know I'm not.
Well, there might be someone who can actually do it, but I feel it's like 1 in 10 people can actually lose the weight.
It's not about it's just about what they want to do, right? Like, I mean, I think New Year's, you're just coming off this holiday. It's something we've talked about before, the food, the hanging out with everybody. You gain 30 pounds just over Thanksgiving and Christmas. And I think that's where it starts. I guess the issue would start. And so you get to New Year, you're like, I don't even want to eat anymore. And that's where it's going to start. But then, you get lost in your own life. You get kids, you got your wife, your husband, your girlfriend, whatever it is, man. All those things take up so much time, and we don't make a lot of time to do the things we need to do. And I'm saying all this, I'm just as bad as everyone for it. I don't ever do what I need to do. That's why I'm here recording a podcast. There's probably 30 other things I really need to be doing right now.
Is there, though?
Rather and supposed to be are two different things. I'd imagine there probably are some things. Raising my child would probably be something important.
I mean, you're just here for a couple hours.
Yeah, I know. No, it's awesome. This is like the most fun I have in a long time. But yeah, I don't you know, for me, the main goals, though, I guess if we're going to talk about New Year's, it's the weight thing. It's the food thing for sure, man. I eat way too much food. Drinking, got to stop that. I did well. I did really good until Christmas Day. And then tequila. And it killed me, man. I got a real thing for liquor, apparently. And so that's one thing I really want to work on, man.
Yeah, I remember when you turned 21, your room was nothing but liquor bottles.
Yeah, it still is. It's still nothing but liquor bottles. And you should see the fridge and the freezer and the cabinets. But no, I've been doing pretty good with that, and I want to keep that going, man. But I want to focus on this kind of stuff too, man. Having a little more fun on the art side of it. You know, we got the band and we got this thing going on, and it's just fun. This is a great way to engage with people, and you guys out there are going to listen to it, and I really hope you guys get involved in the conversation. We want to know, you know, what's up with y'all, how you guys are doing with your New Year's resolution, if you've made any, if you've done like everybody should and just said, you know what, I'm not going to do that this year. I'm just going to do whatever I want. You'll probably see better results living your life that way.
I definitely feel for New Year's, the easiest things to accomplish as New Year's goals is to pick things that you know you can do. So even if it's something like work on physical health, you can start slowly. Mental health, you can work on that, trying to just be better mentally. Maybe you want to go out more, hang out with friends more.
And that's a big one, man. You know, you just touched on mental health there, and I think as a person who kind of, when I'm having like issues like that, I just kind of fall back into myself. You would be surprised at how much even this podcast helps me with that. I mean, we all have those things, you know, and a lot of people are afraid to address those things. But when you get out there with your friends, you know, you have a couple drinks, you play some pool, you go beat people up or shoot people, whatever you want to do. I'm not saying do those things. I'm not advocating violence. But if you like shooting people, sometimes you gotta shoot people. I don't want to say. All those things are important in there. You're right there. I told you I'd be less controversial, but controversial.
Controversial?
Yeah, I should sleep more. You know what? That's another one. I'm gonna sleep more.
Honestly, what you need to do is you need to find a good schedule.
Right.
Work out in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Do whatever you need to do during the day.
Right.
And then get good 7-9 hours of sleep.
Right. Yeah, man. Yeah, no more drinking. That's what I just heard you say.
Okay, you can drink just in moderation.
Yeah, but dude, have you ever seen me do anything in moderation?
I have not, no.
And that's my point.
Like, I was genuinely surprised when you didn't finish your food at Dino's.
I think you low-key just called me a fat ass.
Well, considering you literally gloated, oh, hey, I've done the pounder challenge at Cheeseburger.
I'm glad you described that. I've done the pounder challenge. If you'd have stopped there, people would have been like, what's the pounder challenge? # what's the pounder challenge, everyone.
I don't think that's something people want to look up, but...
Yeah, don't look that up on Google. I promise you will not like the results. But look, enough about me. What are you doing this year different, man? What's your goals there? I mean, you've already done the weight thing. Are you still focusing on that, or what's going on, man?
So I kind of took a break during December for the whole exercise and fitness thing. I didn't stop myself from eating food, and I'm still controlling myself, but I was like, if I want that piece of cookie cake, I'm going to have the cookie cake. If I want to have cake, I'll have cake. So I'll just enjoy the food I want.
So I did all this work, and first class ticket to diabetes.
Look, I do have a really sweet tooth. It's honestly very bad. Sometimes I'll literally go to Target and just buy those little like cake squares. That's for like $2.50.
Derek, listen, man. Drugs aren't the only thing you can be addicted to. And,
I know. I'm addicted to sugar.
You just turned the new year, new me into an intervention. So, because see, the difference is I know I have an alcohol problem. You, on the other hand.
Well, I'm aware I do eat sweets a little too much, but once January does come around, I do want to get back to the gym more regularly, because even before December, I was starting to exercise intermittently. I was only going maybe once or twice a week, rather than when I first started trying to lose weight, I was going 6-7 days a week. So that kind of thing makes a huge difference. But are you on your phone?
Yeah, sorry, man.
You do realize we're also video recording this, right?
Yeah, I know, and everybody's gonna see me playing on my phone. That's another thing. Less phone time. I'm trying to text my wife, but no, I agree with you though, man. It's about keeping that schedule, but it's so hard during the holidays, you know, to make it to the gym like you want to, and to still be present in all the functions everybody expects you at.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling you, dude, you get married and have a kid, that's going to be so much worse. Anybody who's got children can vouch, because everybody wants to see you. It's you become the most popular person in your family, and you hate it every second of it.
But yeah, I definitely want to start eating a little healthier and exercising again. Other than that, I just want to do more creative things like this podcast and my short stories.
Yeah, man, the short stories. That's one of the big reasons. One of the first things we talked about when we talked about this podcast. What got you into that, man? What's going on with that?
Okay, so funny story with how the first story came about. I was just having a really crappy day, and I was just like, this can sound very crazy, but I was like, let me create this character, create this scenario where they'll just die. And right before I killed the character, I was like, you know what if this happened instead? And then just like became this whole story that I created that went from what should have been just a couple hundred words to I think it ended up like 7,500 words.
That's insane, man.
Like something that was supposed to just be a coping mechanism for just things going terribly turned into something actually kind of nice.
That it almost sounds like a manifesto. Are you okay? Is everything good
no,
for
I'm
you,
good.
man?
I'm good. My mental health's back to where it needs to be. But
back to where it needs to be. Listen, man.
Look. A lot of people have seasonal depression, and that starts around late fall, which is like October, November. So it was around that time.
No, I actually kind of feel that. The problem is that it's seasonal depression, but the weather's so nice for me because I'm a big dude. I like the cool weather, and for me,
we're in Louisiana. That's like 2 days a week.
Yeah, but those 2 days are my favorite days. Like whatever those 2 days are, I'm good those 2 days. It's the rest of the days that I'm not good.
Yeah, I'm definitely the kind of person who likes to wear hoodies and jackets.
Right, so you always, so that's always a good thing for you.
You can't wear them if it's 70 degrees outside.
I mean, you can, but then you look like one of those weird kids that wears jackets when it's 70 degrees outside.
Well, I used to do that back in grade school because I was fat, so it was a way to hide it.
You did do that. You know, speaking of though, I just thought of this. You're talking about grade school. This is a funny story. You remember that old voicemail you used to have?
Can we not talk about that?
I wish that you would have kept it because you sounded like a 4-year-old girl, and it was amazing. It was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, if you think my voice is still somewhat high now, imagine when I was like 11 or 12.
Yeah, it sounded like you were 4 or 5.
Yeah, I literally had friends who was like, "Is that your mom on the voice recording?" I was like,
and dude, I never knew it until high school. I called you when we were working the snowball stand, and it was like, "Hello, this is Derek," and I was like, "What the?"
Yeah, so in high school, I actually changed it to be my voice at the time, which was still kind of high, but it was better. Puberty kind of started catching up a little bit, so.
Yeah, it does that, man. It does that. And, I mean, I don't know. I guess I always kind of sounded the same, so I really can't talk. I just didn't have a voicemail set up, so there was no proof of it.
Yeah, like, right now you're very bassy, so.
Yeah, it's the microphone, man.
Well, that's also just your voice in general. Because I feel like you can get high if you need to, but.
Well, most of my singing stuff, I generally do higher parts. But for this, I just kind of like this chill vibe for it.
Yeah,
It
you're
just
definitely
sounds nice.
you're definitely using your mellow voice, which is definitely way bassier.
Yeah, but it's like sensual.
We're not trying to
Is
seduce our
it
listeners.
sensual, Derek? You
No.
think it's sensual?
I'm gonna say no.
You're going to say no. Yeah, you probably should say no. It'd be weird if you said yeah. But if you're thinking yeah, kill me after the show, man.
No, you can just get out this apartment.
Well, let's finish the episode first.
Oh my god.
So yeah, and that brings you to the next big thing. We both talked about it. The podcast. I mean, that's what we're doing right now. I think that's the main focal point of everything we're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it's definitely. I want people to be involved, man. I want this to be something that. Not even so much like all these people listen, there's no response. I want the comments. I want the conversation. I want people to let me know when I say dumb stuff because I'm gonna say a lot of. I'm dumb. We're both dumb. We don't know what we're talking about, man. We're just saying stuff into your ears, and then you're processing it, and you're like, oh, they're dumb.
I mean, you already had an F-bomb slip up, so.
I did.
Yes.
Did I actually say it?
Yeah.
That's wild, man. I wasn't supposed to say the F word. You guys scratched that.
Yeah, we made a rule of no F-bombs and keep controversy to a minimum. Like, we're not going to talk about things we don't truly know about or things that are just overly controversial.
Overly controversial. Yeah, you made me do that. Yeah, because for me, this would be very controversial. I'm a controversial person. I can't talk. Controversial. Whatever. I'm that word. I'm the C word.
Yeah, like, we can make controversy like, oh, hey, Star Wars Episode 1's the best Star Wars movie, but...
See, now we're done. Nobody's gonna... That's ridiculous. I don't agree with that. His opinions are not mine. Everything opposite.
I mean, I'm not saying it actually is the best one, because...
Dude, actually, Empire Strikes Back is the best one.
Yeah, I would say the original trilogy as a whole is good. I have a hard time, like, saying, oh, each individual of the original trilogy is the best movie ever. But as a whole, it is a solid trilogy.
Oh, it is the solid trilogy. The solid trilogy. It's better. You know, it's definitely better than that movie with the boy with the wand, whatever it's called.
You mean Harry Potter?
Yeah, ridiculous thing.
You do realize a lot of our fans probably enjoy Harry Potter?
Yeah, I'm trying to start controversy, man. You see what I did there?
Yeah, okay, you know what? This kind of controversy is okay.
I don't know, man. It might not be. But anyway, we have a whole episode on movies. We should get away from that subject. But no, man. What do you think? What is your goals for this, man? What are we trying to do here? Because I only show up and talk. I mean, that's my job here.
Well, before we get into that, why don't we just kind of tell them the backstory of how this even came about?
You know what? That's a good idea, but I'll let you start because, again, just like everything this is, it was all your idea. I just show up and talk.
Yeah, so this podcast was technically your idea, but apparently you're too drunk to remember.
Elaborate.
Because on your wedding day, we were just chilling in the hotel room before the wedding. We were just talking, chatting. You were just like, dude, we should start a podcast. And...
Wait, I got married? No, just playing. Just playing.
I mean, considering I spent $200 on a tuxedo, yeah, I would say.
I get it, bro. The tuxedo was expensive. It was a good wedding, though. We had a good time.
It was a fun wedding. It was nice to hang out with KJ.
Dude, I got
was cool.
some video of you dancing, and I'm going to post it all over this page.
You know what? I don't care. There's old ladies looking at me for how to do dances.
They're old, Derek. Listen, man. I know age is a state of mind or whatever, but at some point, you're just old.
Yeah, but they were looking at me because I actually looked like I knew what I was doing. I had some sort of weird confidence that I never have.
I just thought about junior high. All those dances. I wish I could find some of those videos, man.
Dude. I had a lot of confidence dancing back then too.
No, you really did, man. A lot more than I did. I was very not. I'm not confident today, man. I just coast, you know.
You have confidence. You radiate confidence because I've been with you to a bar, and the next morning you woke up. You didn't remember much of anything from the night before, but you had so many people's randoms like Snapchats and phone numbers.
Dude, I still got those people's Snapchats. All you people. I don't know if I have anyone on Facebook or they like this page, but if you guys look me, I don't remember any of you, but I love you all. You guys were awesome. That was in Baton Rouge, man. I remember that name. But man, we're getting way off topic there. You were talking about how the whole thing started. Continue.
Okay, so he mentioned at his wedding, hey, we should start a podcast. I sat on it for a few days, and I was like, you know what? This could actually be really fun. So I came to you, I was like, hey, let's do a podcast. And you were like, sure, why not? So since you said yes, I was like, well, let me kind of get things going, kind of come up with topic ideas, name for the podcast, which I'm going to be honest, I did kind of rip off the name from an EP of a band, but...
A band?
Simple Creatures. Probably no one knows who they are.
No, but if you're going to use their stuff, we should add them for that.
But Simple Creatures is Mark Hoppus from Blink-182,
right,
and Alex from All Time Low. They created this band that's just the two of them. They call it trash pop, which kind of makes sense, but it's really good music. You should definitely check it out. But their second EP was called Everything Opposite, which I just thought sounded really cool and fit us because we kind of have like a similar upbringing, similar kind of lives, but we're also opposites with experiences.
Yeah, a lot of things. That's very true. That's a very good way to put that, actually. I think, first off, I just want to say, Plus 44, that's a good band, too. You know, I never got into them back in the day, but they got that song, Lycanthropy, and it's awesome.
Oh yeah, that was the opening track, I think. So they really just like came
in hard.
They came in swinging,
if you know what I'm saying. But no, it's sort of the same thing. Yeah, I mean, this is something I've always wanted to do. I spend probably more hours a week listening to podcasts than I do raising my son. It doesn't say a whole lot for me or for the podcast, actually, but yeah, I do a lot of podcasts, and I think it's cool to just be able to have a conversation and just kind of go off the rails, stay on the rails, do whatever, but get to the people, and because the thing is, what we don't look at is that 90% of the conversations that we have, every person has. You know,
Mhm.
it's just it's always so controlled in the sense they only have those conversations with one other person, and some of it they may think is weird, or some of it's like, what are we even talking about? But if you can let everybody know, look, we're all having the same conversations, so let's all have it as a group, and let's just see where it goes, see what happens. And I think that's a big thing for me. It's a big reason for me to get in this and get started with this.
Yeah, we definitely want to have some good conversations. Whenever we're coming up with topic ideas, we try to balance. This week we're going to talk about a fun topic. This week we're going to talk about a more serious topic. Because that you do have those blended conversations when you're talking with your friends. You're going to have a stretch of like maybe 20, 30 minutes where you're just making jokes. And then you're going to have like another half hour where you're just reminiscing about the old days.
I'm always making jokes. Always, 100%. If we're talking about the old days, because I'm making a joke.
Yeah, because your old days were a joke.
Oh, all of a sudden you got bars, huh? You just gonna come over here and yeah, don't start with me, Derek. Don't start with me, all right? Because this could go from a good podcast to the roast of Derek LeBove,
Oh, God,
which, to be honest, would be hilarious. We should think about.
I mean, honestly, that's my whole life, just getting roasted. So I don't think
Dude,
I'm
can't
safe.
with you.
There's not a single person I'm safe from who will roast me in some form or fashion.
Yeah, man. I mean, your mom. She'll roast you.
Hers are nicer, but I feel there's like subtle like roasts that she like has undertones for.
She'd be like, "Derek, it's good seeing you. Get your life together."
I mean,
Dude, that's actually hilarious. Like, knowing your mom. Anybody who knows Derek's mom knows that that's hilarious.
yeah, her nickname's literally Mary Poppins. She's like the kind of mom that would like, you hang out with your friends at the house, she'll bring cookies or something.
Yeah, man, she's awesome. She's awesome.
Even though the one that surprised you was my dad, because I remember specifically,
I was afraid of that dude, man.
you were afraid, but the when you realized you didn't have to be afraid, it was you, me, and Elise were all just chilling in my room, and he brings like a piece of cornbread because y'all had just sent me to ask how much longer the food was gonna be, and he just like brings cornbread for her.
Yeah, for her. He can bring her food, but he's funny. He really is. He's low key like the funniest dude I've ever met. I love Mr. Lonnie. But man, we go off the track so hard on this. I kind of like it though, because this is how you have conversations with people. It never stays on topic. There's so many things to talk about, and there's so much. It's almost weird having to fit it all into these 1 hour segments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because when we finish this, I mean, you guys don't know, because once everything's turned off, it's sort of just like me and Derek. But it's like we pick up where these conversations leave off, and it probably gets a little more weird because I can say a lot more. I can't cuss as much on here, you know. I'm trying to be
We're trying
a model citizen.
Yeah, we're trying to be advertiser friendly, so that way maybe one day we can start getting a little, money for this. But
and shit. See, I could still fit it in there a little bit, you know. That's what she said, by the way.
okay.
Can I do that if it's my own joke, or do I have to wait till you do it? Like if I could fit it in there anyway, then I go like, "That's what she said." Does that count?
It's like liking your own status. It's fine, but no one's really gonna care.
Nobody's gonna respect it. We should keep a scoreboard, dude. We should play "That's What She Said" on this podcast, and every time somebody gets one, mark it down, buddy. And then the winner gets like I don't know, McDonald's ice cream.
So nothing.
You get nothing because it's imaginary. It's your Mick imagination because there's no ice cream at McDonald's.
Yeah, I feel you can get ice cream from McDonald's. It's just you have an 80% chance of not.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what to do if they actually gave it to me. Like if I rolled up and they were like, "Here's your ice cream cone," I'd probably die or something.
Okay, who gets actual ice cream cone? It's always the McFlurry.
That's a lie, man. Those ice cream cones are. First off, you talk about controversy. Let me tell you something. Ice cream cones are the pinnacle of the ice cream market. Before we had McFlurries, we had cones, dog.
Yeah, but then they were smart and like, oh, what if we put candy into this?
Yeah, because one thing I like with my diabetes is more diabetes.
Well, yeah, if you're not like seeing sounds, what's the point?
Where do you get your weed from?
There's some dudes in my apartment complex all down the ways. They hook me up.
I thought I smelled something coming in here, man. That's the only reason I'm here. I don't care about this podcast. I'm trying to score some dope.
Just for the record, we don't smoke dope.
Yeah, I don't smoke dope either, man. You said we. Okay, yeah, we don't smoke dope. We're the only two people here.
I mean, there's a cat somewhere in this apartment, but
That cat's weird, man. I don't know what you did to it, but it's weird.
it's literally a scaredy cat. The epitome of scaredy cat is what Sammy is.
I'm going to be honest with you, Derek. you're a dude who owns a cat. That makes you a supervillain, right?
Only,
Like Dr. Evil, you just rubbing your cat.
I mean, I don't really just sit there in this chair just like stroking my cat.
Dude, you should. If we could just get a whole episode where you can hold and stroke that cat, that would be
That cat would
divine.
I'd be able to hold that cat for maybe 2 minutes before he starts like squirming and trying to get away.
He's one of those like loner cats, man.
He's one of those cats that will either ignore you for the whole day or will literally sleep on your chest.
I think your cat has bipolar disorder, man. Can cats have bipolar disorder? Can somebody tell me if cats can have bipolar disorder? You guys just at me with it because I really want to know if that's possible.
I'm gonna see if I can hit up Hannah's friend Mega. She's actually in vet school. She can maybe answer that.
Did you say Mega?
Yeah,
Her name's Mega.
It's Megha. Mega.
Is she a rapper or is this just her name?
She probably wishes she was a rapper.
Like Mega Man?
That's a video game character. I don't.
Yeah, it is, but you can't name somebody Mega and not expect me to be like Mega Man. First off, Mega Man defined a generation. I'm not going to get into it with you right now. We'll talk about that later, but you're not going to sit here and look at me like I'm crazy because I said Mega Man.
Mega, if you actually do watch this, I'm sorry. Or listen.
I'm not. You have a cool name. I don't know if you can see me looking at you, but you have a great name. That's awesome.
What have I done?
I never knew she had a friend named Mega, dude. I never knew that. That's awesome.
I mean, I don't exactly tell you about my friends' friends.
It's like third-hand friends, man. Your friends' friends, they would technically be like my friends, but like not really. Like they were friends, but they don't know it.
Well, like
that's kind of creepy, right?
Well, I mean, the only friends I'm gonna talk to you about are like the ones that you've met. I'm not gonna just third-hand friend.
Have you met Mega?
Once.
Was it like awe-inspiring?
Not. I mean, what do you mean by awe-inspiring?
Her name is Mega. Well, I don't know why we got to keep going back to this.
Well, because it took like 2 years for me to actually meet her.
I bet. If your name's Mega, you're signing book deals and shit all the time. There's no way you have time to meet people, man. I don't blame her. Mega, you keep doing you. Keep being Mega, man. It's important. Keep being Mega, man. Dude, I need to sleep more. This is crazy. What are we even talking about?
Mega, you could just never listen to these podcasts ever again. I'll understand.
I'm actually going to bring this up every episode. So if you find your name in it and you let me know where your name's at, I'll give you a prize.
Oh, God, I regret everything.
Yeah. I got the same problem, man.
Like, we literally went from talking about my cat to talking about a friend's friend.
Yeah, that's how these conversations go, man. Anybody who knows me know that this is how we deal with conversations. I have conversational ADHD.
I think most people do, but you just take it to the next extreme.
Would you say I take it to the mega extreme?
God damn it. Anyway, so what are our goals for the podcast this year?
Content. I would say a mega amount of content.
I don't.
No. Don't act like it's not mega funny.
God damn it.
No, for real though, man. The content. There's a lot of stuff we got planned. We got like 6 months worth of episodes, man.
Yeah, we have about 6 months planned. We might change them up a little bit, like scheduling wise, but we're gonna maybe insert.
We should touch on that. I'm glad you said. How many were we doing a month? What's the release plan?
So it's gonna be once a week, every Friday, and we're gonna release the video version every Sunday.
Friday and Sunday. That's cool, man. Yeah, I'm glad you said that because I didn't even know that. I just show up here, and that's all I do, man.
I mean, you should have known about the Friday thing. The Sunday thing was kind of a. I just decided that right now.
Oh, well, we also have a website that I didn't know about.
Yeah, we have a website, everythingoppositepodcast.com. We do have a .com, so, we're professionals.
Yeah, we're professionals. We're so professional, in fact, that I'm wearing flip-flops. And Derek's got on socks.
Yeah, I wanted to be comfortable, so I'm just wearing socks.
I wanted to be comfortable. Yeah, I like this room, man. It's mega comfortable. That was the last one. I'm done. Oh man, but what's your goals for it, man? What's your idea of how you want this to go, man?
My biggest thing is I really want us to have good conversations, especially with the deeper topics that we're gonna have coming up in the year.
Yeah,
'Cause we're
the
gonna
next
have a-
topic's gonna be really good, man. Conspiracy theories, guys. You guys gotta watch out for that one. It's gonna be a great episode.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun episodes, but we are gonna have some. In March, we're gonna be tackling health. It's gonna be a 3-parter. So the first week is gonna be was it mental health? I think.
I think mental was first.
Yeah, it was mental first. Second week's gonna be physical health. Then third, we're gonna talk about insurance, which I might have a friend come on and kind of.
Inform us about insurance.
Yeah, cause
You got somebody in the big insurance companies, man.
I
You got big pharma coming.
I mean I have an intern.
No, that would be kind of cool. I can tell you something about health, though, man. I'm pretty much pouring all of it. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, well, the thing about insurance is, as much as everyone hates it, it's a necessity. Cause last summer when I had my surgery, do you know how much the bill for just the surgery was before insurance?
You've told me 567 times, and I can tell you honestly, I don't remember. So go ahead.
Yeah, so the surgery by itself, this is not including pre-op or any of the doctor's appointments beforehand. Just the surgery, just
Right.
them cutting my neck open, taking out the cyst, and just staying about 24 hours in the recovery room, hospital. Well, it was a hospital room. Anyway, so with just the surgery, it was about $11,000 before insurance.
$11,000.
Yeah.
11000.
Yes.
11,000.
Yes. And
No, that's
here's
insane.
how helpful insurance is. That dropped to $2,500.
$11,000. $11,000.
You're just repeating things now.
Yeah, no, it's just it's wild. This legitimately is wild. I don't know, man.
And that doesn't even
The older you get, the more insurance
that
matters.
does that doesn't even include the doctor's fee.
The doctor's fee.
Yeah, you pay the
$11,000. They don't include doctor's fee.
Nope.
Well,
That mostly covers like the anesthesia in the room.
dude, I know a guy. I could have got you some anesthesia. All right, man. Just call me next time. I'll take care of it.
Yeah, no, I'd rather have a professional do it.
I mean, define professional.
Someone who went to medical school.
Define medical school.
University or college or some form of that has an actual program that is approved by the state and the country.
Yeah, my buddy Javier ain't done all that, but he can knock you out though.
I'm not here to get knocked out. I'm here to remove potentially
You know
infectious.
what? Actually, I'm glad you brought that up because it's been an interesting year for you. I got married. That's probably the main thing. That's the biggest thing that happened to me this year. But you did all kind of stuff. You had like a lot of fun, and then like everything went downhill. Tell
Yeah.
everybody about how everything went downhill.
Yeah, so like
It was fun.
the first like 5 months were wonderful. I started the year in Los Angeles, which was really fun. Went to some concerts, went to some YouTuber shows, and those were all fun. I was trying to do at least one of those kind of things a month, kind of make at least at the very least a weekend or something out of them all. But I had to get a surgery for a neck cyst. It was a thyroglossal duct cyst that they had removed.
Yeah, I saw that dinosaur one time too, man. The Thyrogloccolophosaurus, and it was pretty interesting, man.
Which the surgery was basically when your thyroid tract is forming when you're first born.
Right?
It starts like at the back of your tongue, basically.
Yeah.
And it works its way down until it sits right here, like at the base of your throat.
So you've always had this problem.
Apparently, and I just never knew it, but halfway through it traveling, some of the tissue got caught, which caused fluid to collect, and while it's not life-threatening, it can potentially become infected, which we all know infections can become problems.
They can become life-threatening.
Yes.
Right, that's the problem.
So I had to have surgery to get that removed, which it wasn't that bad. It was just a really bad sore throat for a good week, and it was weird swallowing for about 3 to 4 weeks.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I kind of set myself up for that one, but
Yeah, you really did. So other than that, tell everybody about how terrible of a driver you are.
so I was coming home from Baton Rouge. I had gone to what was it? the
Was it
Why
Panic
not?
at the Disco?
no, that was no, it was the 13th Gate. There we go.
Oh yeah.
I blanked for half a second. Jesus Christ. So
Jesus Christ. Very good.
so I was coming home because I saved the night and I was coming back, which I was kind of disappointed that I got in the wreck because I missed the first half of the Saints game.
You were kind of disappointed that you got. I was like, gosh darn it, I got in a darn wreck.
I was like,
Well, golly gee willikers.
I had a time to where I would have gotten home just in time for the Saints game at noon,
Mm-hmm.
but there was an accident a good 15 miles ahead, and there was a sign, one of those like big signs that have like the light up
Yeah,
screen.
like a big marquee sign.
Yeah, so it was like, oh hey, there's an accident up ahead. I'm reading it. I'm like, okay, that's cool. It'll let me know to get ready to stop soon.
Right, but instead of you were reading it instead of doing what, Derek?
And then the second I look over, the car's already stopped.
You know why? Because instead of reading the sign, what you should have been doing, Derek,
Then what's the point of the sign?
it's big insurance companies trying to make you get in wrecks, man. That's what that is.
Oh, so the insurance companies are trying to.
I don't know, something. Because if it had been me, it'd have never happened. I'd have been paying attention to what was in front of me.
You've done some sketchy driving in your day, though.
Yeah, but I ain't never been in a wreck in a personal vehicle. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love how you specified personal vehicle.
I wrecked a couple cop cars in my time. Yeah, I did. I will admit to that, but that's a different thing. That was cop stuff.
Was it your fault?
100% both times. No doubt about it. There's no way around that one. Totally my fault.
But yeah, so I just rear-ended the car. I braked hard, and if I would have had like another 20, 30 feet, I probably could have stopped.
That's a lot of feet, dog.
I know it's a lot of feet.
That's
but
10 yards. 30 feet is 10 yards.
yeah,
Really, that's not a whole lot now that I say it. It seems like a lot, but it's not that much.
yeah. It's really not. I just need that little bit of extra, but no, if I rear-ended the person, which it was mostly cosmetics damage. My engine and stuff more or less ran fine. The battery, I think, something came loose and it started to leak the battery acid or whatever a little bit.
That's not good. Yeah, man. But you just got a new battery, though, right?
Yeah, so I got a new battery. They fixed the bumper, hood, and all that. I'm sure they probably had to fix a few things inside the engine. The engine itself was fine because it ran perfectly normal. Which, my car has just had the worst luck this year.
Oh, wait, what else happened? I don't know about this.
Okay, so what was it? So back in June, literally 2 days before I was going to go to a string of concerts and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I was putting air in my tire because I wanted to make sure it was like nice and full before I started traveling. And I don't know how this happened. I think it might have been when I rolled down the window, and because I wanted to cheat and like look at my little dash because it has that thing that tells you how much pressure you have.
Right.
It's kind of a way to kind of like double check with your pressure gauge thing.
Okay.
And I guess when I leaned through the window to look at it, I took the window off its axis or something, or broke the little.
Like the motor. Yeah.
Basically, I broke the little plastic piece that rolls it up and down. Which, it was an easy fix, and...
Still, though, God, why'd you do that, man?
It's not like I wanted to do it.
Well, maybe next time use your gauge and look at it when you get back in the car, man.
Yeah, I've been too scared to actually do that again, so...
Yeah, Mr. Dukes of Hazzard. You drive a Chevy Cruze, man. There's no reason you should be leaning in through the window, man. Jesus.
Well, it's not like I'm hopping in the car through the window.
That would be hilarious. Let's go do that after we're done with this. Let's go hop in your car through the window like Dukes of Hazzard.
I would hurt myself a little bit. You'd probably hurt yourself completely. You'd probably just fall backwards.
I really feel like you low-key disrespecting me right now. And it's funny, but I got you, dog. Don't go to sleep. Don't go to sleep.
Really low-key? I'm pretty being high-key about this.
Loki, like the god of being
Yeah.
a trickster? Well, I don't know what it's something about being a trickster, right?
It's God of Mischief.
God of mischief. Hey, that's me. That's crazy. Me and him got a lot in common.
Does that mean I'm like Thor?
That's the funniest thing you've ever said in your life. I didn't bust out laughing on the outside, but on the inside, I can't quiet down. You were the furthest thing from Thor. If you were a guy, you'd be like, what's the little Phil? You're Phil from Hercules.
Wait, isn't that the Danny DeVito's character?
Yeah, little short, fat dude.
Gee, thanks.
With the hooves.
Really appreciate that, man. It's
Oh, yeah. You know what? Don't start with me. You'd really hurt yourself. Get out of here. I don't need this. I could be on 1,000 other podcasts. So just let me take this stuff home.
But yeah, so anyway, so back to my car. So I broke the window, little plastic motor thing. I also had a leak in my tire. One of my tires had a leak in it, which my parents were like, yeah, you're kind of getting to that point, because I was getting about 50,000 miles, and they're like, yeah, you should probably change tires anyway. So we got their tires replaced. Then 2 months later, got in the wreck. And then about a month after, it was like 2 weeks after I got my car back, something in the actual car had like broken. It was like I don't remember what it was, but basically it requires a lot of pressure, and because it was cracked, it like didn't have enough pressure, so my car was having trouble like accelerating and all that. I don't really know how to explain it, but basically I had just car issues all year, basically.
Hey, I didn't know all that. I just knew about the fact that you can't drive.
Sir, I now have the drive safe and save little thing, and it says I drive pretty darn well.
Well, yeah, that's because they're like, we need to put this in his car because he's out here.
No, this is my choice.
It was your choice.
Because I was like, I got in a wreck, and they're probably going to boost my rates up, so let me get something that saves me money.
I don't know, man. One wreck, you probably wouldn't have to worry too much about it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that bad. It's not like you cost the insurance company an arm and a leg.
I mean, it still cost like $5,000.
Nobody died.
Well, yeah, nobody died. Thank God. There's a dog in the back seat of the car I hit. And...
Oh, yeah, screw the driver. That darn dog, though. I couldn't live with myself.
Well, no, the dog was closer to the back, so it's...
You touched the car. You were going 5. What do you...
I'm just saying, there's a dog, and...
What kind of dog was it?
It was a cute dog.
Like a small, like Yorkie?
I would say it was about a medium. It's not like a huge, like, husky or anything.
Like a terrier? What kind of dog was it?
I don't remember. All I remember was cute.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's probably not even a real dog. That's a frou-frou animal, and it needed to be shaken.
Well, it wasn't like a poodle or anything.
Well, thank God. To drive with a poodle. Ugh. Have standards, people. If you got a poodle, I don't mean to offend you, but your dog's not a real dog.
But I did feel bad because the lady was she was using a rental car, and she was driving to I want to say Houston.
Man, she made it all the way to Baton Rouge. Good for her. Where was she coming from?
I don't know if she was coming from Baton Rouge, New Orleans, or what, but...
And you hit her. Poor woman. Poor woman.
Look, I felt bad, but she was really nice. I didn't get a asshole, so... You know what?
Did you get a ticket?
No, I did not.
You didn't get a ticket?
I did not.
Man, when I was a cop, I probably wouldn't have given you a ticket either. I was kind of lazy. I'm not going to lie. But you're lucky, man. Because it was probably a state trooper, wasn't it? Or no?
I think it was a parish.
Really? Oh, yeah. Then you lucked out, man. Because a state trooper, they like gave you a ticket. You had like 3 tickets.
Because I think any sort of state trooper I would have gotten was already at the wreck that was up ahead. So I just got this guy who was like 45 minutes later was like, oh, hey, sorry it took so long. Let me just get your information.
Got some dude. He probably wasn't even a cop. Just some guy dressed up. Hey, guys, how's it going?
Well, he had an official cop car, so I assumed he was a real cop.
An official cop car? Would it have the seal of official cop on it?
Yes.
Like a little tag on it, you stamp it. Official cop car.
Yeah. You didn't know they had those?
I drove a cop car for 4 years of my life, and I can tell you they don't have those.
You're not looking hard enough.
I drove a cop car for 4 years of my. You know how many people I threw around that car? I didn't throw anybody. I just meant in the sense of taking someone to jail. Nobody was hurt in the filming of this product.
Talk about police brutality over here.
I know my rights. The 5th. Plead the 5th. Always plead the 5th. F-I-F. 5th. Man, what are we at? What else we got going on?
So... Talk about our podcast goals. So you talked a little bit about your personal goals. Is there anything else you want to?
No, I think I'm good, man. What are we, as far as time goes, what are we at?
I mean, we're about 50 minutes.
50. That's good enough for me.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Nothing else you need to talk about?
No, I'm good, man. I'm good. Nothing else I'm gonna talk about is not gonna get me in. I'm gonna get in trouble. So anyway.
Oh, I'm sure you're already in trouble for something you said that we just haven't noticed.
Yeah, and you're gonna listen to it and be like, "Oh man, we're gonna have to go." But no, but for real. Yeah, I'll tell you what. Go ahead, plug your stuff, man.
Okay, so for me, just check out this podcast. This is kind of the main focus for my year. You can find us on Facebook. We have a website, everythingoppositepodcast.com. You can find us on pretty much everywhere you can find podcasts. We're on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google, what else we got? Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Podcast Addict. We're everywhere.
I don't even know where in all those places. I'm probably just gonna listen to it like this. I'm gonna do it like all cool, like since it's like my product. No, but don't forget your short story.
Yeah, and also got the short stories. The first one's gonna come out January 10th. Got that one done. Got 2 more. They still need to be edited a bit, but I got 2 more already done. That's be February and March.
Do I get those for free since I'm?
No, you do not.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I'll be one of the editors, and then I can.
No. I already have an editor. She is pretty much professionally, technically. So.
I mean, she has the qualifications to be professional. I would say that, yeah, for sure. She's a mega good editor. I'm not gonna stop. That's incredible.
Okay, why don't you plug yourself so we get out of here?
Plug myself? That's what she said. All right? Yeah.
No. Plug yourself. Like, literally just plug yourself.
Like into a wall and shock myself to death? Come on, Derek. That's mean. That's mean, Derek. Electricity kills people.
Does it? I mean, people get struck by lightning all the time. They live.
You're pissing a lot of people off right now with your anti-electricity killing people jargon. Anyway.
I'm saying people are doing miracles and...
Getting struck by lightning and living is a miracle. You have a weird sense of the word miracle.
Well,
man.
there's some people who survive, some who don't unfortunately make it, so... Okay, we need to wrap this up before I start digging myself into a hole.
Oh, you're digging all right. All right. This podcast, what he said all about that, and look my band up, Left on Red. They have a phenomenal bass player and singer. It's me. I'm phenomenal.
Oh, I thought it was me.
No. Jesus.
I'm sorry, the face you just gave.
Don't lie to these people, man. Oh, we got a bunch of good members in the group. Left on Red. Find us on Facebook. Go watch our videos, like our page, and come out to one of our shows. I guarantee you'll have a good time.
They got some merch.
We do have merch. We have shirts. We have shirts. Got some cute little wristbands. That actually, I'm just about giving those away now. So if you guys want some, get with me.
And if enough of y'all listen, we might start making our own merch.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a shirt that says $20 is $20 that I can wear on the corner.
Oh my God, you can't. Okay.
Hey, let's make that a hashtag, guys. Hashtag $20 is $20. But I'm good to go, man. Let's wrap it up.
Okay, so this has been the Everything Opposite Podcast, episode 1.
Are you episode 1?
Episode 1.
Episode 1 point. It's season 1, episode 1.
Well, technically this is episode 1.5, considered we technically recorded this already.
We did. Some of you guys are gonna. I want to show some of y'all that because it's pretty funny.
Maybe in the future we'll release it as like the unaired episode.
Be like South Park. It got canceled.
Yeah, it was a mixture of we both kind of dug too many holes, and also my mic kind of sucked, so
it was mega controversial.
Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed listening, and we'll see you guys next week.